Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. So, yeah, I have the day off today and tomorrow. Very happy about that. am going to need it a little bit. Ow. Yeah, not too good of a night last night. My biggest problem right now, I really need to start my period. It's like, okay, enough's enough already. Do something. You know? Oh my gosh, it's getting ridiculous. I actually was woken up finally about 30 minutes ago, something like that. Massive leg cramps. Oh my goodness. Both legs and also my one foot. I'm like, oh, gosh. That's part of my biggest problem. Um, yeah, my period is a big source of that problem, even though I've been hitting the bananas and being a good girl, drinking my hot cocoa. I haven't been doing my yoga. I have not, unfortunately. Haven't been going for my walks, but then again, like yesterday, did almost 9,000 steps, so I was at work, so yeah, I know that's a big problem. And of course, along with that, ouch, that one is still really bad. Um, Part of it too is, of course, the fact that I need a more comfortable pair of shoes tomorrow. Most definitely tomorrow. Going to be hitting DSW for that. And there's a location, and I'm getting to know the area still. Have no idea where things are at, or places are at, or what have you. And I was talking to Angie. She picked me up from work, and I was talking to her because I was telling her, I really wanted to go to Whole Foods while I'm out and everything. And I was telling her where the DSW, the one that it was telling me with this one pair of shoes I'm really interested in. And she's like, well, that location is actually the opposite direction. Oops. So, but I did find out that there is a location over there. Just I don't know if they have that particular pair of shoes that I'm looking for. So, we'll see. And of course, I know the time constraints because Rick needs to be here for when their son gets home from school because, he's autistic, and their daughter, she's older, she's very responsible and so forth, quite used to helping with taking care of him and everything. But she doesn't get home from school until after. So we need to make sure that we're home for when he gets home from school. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a time constraint as far as everything is concerned. Back and neck are definitely doing a lot better. I was still walking with my cane on Monday, but yesterday I was able to ditch it. So, awesome! All that resting, relaxing, I know that's the best thing for me. That, the ibuprofen, my acupressure mat and pillow, and essential oils. I actually only did the mat and pillow a couple of times, so that's awesome. But I did do the oils, I think, for maybe a couple more nights, and also the ibuprofen regimen, and then just let it go. It's like, okay, it's calm enough to where it needs to straighten itself out. So, I know it's personality. I know what to do when the flare-ups happen and what I need to do, and just let it go after a while. And sure enough, it calmed itself down. I know a lot of it has been the fact that I've been PMSing for the last week. Yeah, it got flared up because of the computer work, and then got to calm down, but then storms blew in and so forth, and then it's been staying like this, basically, especially with doing the computer work, trying to move around at work, and so on and so forth. But I know a lot of that has been being influenced by my period coming, so, yeah. Always likes to wreak a lot of havoc on my body. That's why I'm like, would you just please do something already? I'm getting sick and tired of all these cramps. So anyway, I was really excited by that development yesterday, and oh man, I was bouncing off the walls. It was a good thing that it all happened because we got a little bit busy yesterday. Almost got a laminate sale, not laminate, but vinyl flooring sale yesterday. They were mostly interested in kind of a generalized quote, not an exact one or anything, just kind of generalized or whatever, with certain things that they were looking at with getting an install done. So they have an idea with shopping around and so forth. Fortunately, my one manager, I needed her assistance because there was something that they were asking about that I hadn't received any training on. So I didn't really quite know how to. I was trying to do it on my own because they were in a meeting. They've been doing inventory, and unfortunately, she wasn't able to break away. Wasn't able to answer the phone or anything. So yeah, I was trying to do things on my own, but unfortunately, I was getting confused with what it is that they were looking for, and they of course wanted to get kind of an idea as far as like what an install it was going to be looking like, and especially with that additional product. Basically, they were looking for a particular type of underlayment to go up underneath because it's going down in the basement. So they're looking for, something that will provide some insulation against heat. I mean, not heat, but cold. I guess I'm still used to dealing with heat. Obviously not if we're talking a basement. So don't have basements out there. Unless it was an old house and it was to be used as a bomb shelter. Good luck with that, right? The thought process is 50 years ago, but anyway, yeah, like you were going to be able to survive a nuclear disaster in that sort of a structure still yet. Whatever. Anyway, can't help it. So, anywho, yeah, they were looking for something, and, of course, I'm still getting used to the idea of basements even. I haven't lived in a basement environment in 40 years, so, and I was a kid at that time. So, but anyway. And of course here everybody has basements. You have to with all the tornadoes. So, I get it. But anyway. So yeah, they were looking for one that will provide a layer of insulation, and mostly what I was finding is ones that provide like soundproofing. But it was a good thing that she was finally able to break free and so forth, because I found out with that particular floor, it's that they were looking at, it requires a specific. It's recommended in the system anyway for a particular type of underlayment, so which I didn't know, and I hadn't received any training on underlayment, to be perfectly honest, especially with trying to do a quote on an install. So it's like, okay, but did secure a measurement for carpeting. She's going to get that done in a couple of weeks. She has to hold off on getting the measurement done. Even though there's a promo going on right now, she has to hold off on it because she's having some ceiling work done. So, yeah, I agreed. It's a good idea. Get all that finished first before you get new carpeting put in. It's like, yeah, not a good idea. So, just hold off and wait. So, but anywho, yeah, and like I said, it was pretty busy yesterday. I was kept pretty active, so which was awesome. I loved it because I was just flying around, and it was just like awesome, 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 awesome. So don't mind it in the least. Um, so yeah, tomorrow, definitely getting some shoes. I know I'm going to have to bring my others to work with me until I get the new ones broken in, but I have had it happen where they get broken in pretty fast, or I don't need a break-it in period, so we'll see. I definitely want to get back to doing my yoga, going for my walks, but um, right now I know I've been needing the rest. So, and I don't mind doing it, still with my period trying to make up its mind what it wants to do in there. I don't even know if I'm actually still getting my periods or not, or if maybe my body's just going through the cycles, but it may be triggering the fibroids that I have. So I've heard of that happening with women. They enter menopause, but their body has actually entered into menopause, but still have issues because of fibroids. So I do not know. That's one of the reasons why health insurance. The only problem is you gotta go see one of them doctors. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. So, anywho, weather is, another reason why I would love to go for a walk today, and I was really super excited last night when I was coming home from work. I was like, oh, I'm going to go for a walk tomorrow. Now here I sit with Charlie horses. Oh, gosh. Oh, well. But another reason why I would still love to maybe go for at least maybe a little bit of a walk today. So beautiful out, and it was so gorgeous out last night. I decided, you know what, I'm going to sleep with both windows open last night, and I did. Got a little chilly. I wound up closing the one window that's right here next to the bed, but it's so gorgeous out. Beautiful blue skies, little bit of clouds. Oh, excuse me. We are supposed to be getting another storm in tomorrow night. I don't mind. I love all these storms. Absolutely love them. I know other people are like, oh my gosh, not me. I mean, I spent over 200 days just last year alone without rain. So I'm playing catch up. I love it. So, but yeah, it's just so beautiful, and the weather's so gorgeous. I think we're supposed to be seeing 70s. Heck, I got home last night. Rick was sitting at the table. He had shorts on and a t-shirt. And it was just like, whoa, okay. I guess it got a little warm today. But I'm in hopes to tomorrow with the running around. I have to get my syringes. I got to pick those up at Walmart. Also, and of course, run over to Whole Foods and also get some shoes. And while at Walmart, I'm in hopes I can get some t-shirts at least, some girls' t-shirts, but we'll see. I don't want to be spending too terribly much money, and there is another purchase that I am going to make tonight, which should be delivered next Tuesday on the 29th. So, yeah. Something that I've had my eye on for a little while. I won't talk about what it is. I've been back and forth with it, to be perfectly honest. I haven't. I've kind of mentioned it here and there. It's a book that's going to be coming out. Kind of back and forth with it, if I was going to read it or not. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So, but yeah, like I said, I'll see about ordering that tonight, but it won't get here until next week. So, it's kind of a special order sort of thing. That's why it'll take a little bit longer. So, anywho, gonna go ahead and do that. I was really back and forth because I really wasn't too sure if I wanted to revisit a situation in my life. Because in a way, I'm revisiting things that have happened over the last couple of years. But I think that with reading this book, it will probably help with I think it'll help with some closure, or at least with the more emotional side of things. So I'm like, okay, and I have 3 days off that following week, starting on Sunday. The Sunday through Tuesday, and the book isn't very long. So from what I have seen with the amount of pages, so I could probably power read that during that time. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that. Then I won't be taking it with me to work either. I'd much rather power read it. That's the way I'm looking at it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there was something else I had. I don't remember. I know there's a couple of bills, and but yeah, I'll see with the doctor's appointments about making those after my next paycheck, so I make sure I have enough and everything. So assuming I'm going to be getting a full 80 hours. I just want to make sure, because I do have a little bit of expenses this time. But main reason why I want to see about getting the cooler clothes, not only to expand my wardrobe a little bit, because I don't have much, but and I'm also making sure that I'm going to be able to stay a little cool. Like yesterday, I showed up to work, and oh my goodness, it was warm back there, and I hooked up there's a little desktop fan that somebody got at one point and hooked it up there, and I turned it on and was blowing it right at me. Unfortunately, my coworker, the person who's been training me, she's like, "You're hot?" And I'm like, "Yeah, aren't you?" And she's just like, "No, I'm cold." I'm like, "Okay." And then I went back. I had a situation come up, and I need to go and talk to one of the managers about, because I wasn't too sure how to handle it. And it was basically a carpet install that had happened, and there was a massive factory defect right through the center of the room. It was just like, oh my gosh. The installer, he took pictures and sent it to the division that it needed to go to or what have you, but he wanted to follow up and everything. So I needed to get with the manager, find out, okay, who do I contact, and so on and so forth about all of this. So, but we got it figured out. She guided me with what I need to do and so forth. So, but anyway, reason why I bring that up, like I said, I was kind of busy yesterday. There was another one of those situations too. But anyway, reason why I bring that up in relation to what I was just talking about is I go back there, and I'm talking to her in her office, and I'm like, "Aren't you hot?" She's like, "Oh, I'm perfectly fine. Not hot, not cold or anything." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Estrogen goes on the list. It'd probably help either way. So, probably be a good idea for me to get back on that regimen again. So that's something else I need to see about getting tomorrow too. So I have a bit of a list. So, but anywho, so yeah, there's that, and I'm going to get me some t-shirts or some sort of cool shirts that's kind of professional looking or whatever that I can wear. They're not too terribly concerned about it, but especially with being a specialist, sales associate versus someone who works in the aisles doing stocking and so forth. I do all of that. I hear the Blue Jays. But anyway, yeah, just, yeah. Something a little bit on the cooler side. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, another pair of pants. So I'm not wearing the same pair of pants all the time either. Yeah. I have one shirt. I've been wearing my old men's t-shirts up underneath. Because I can't wear a bra. So I've been wearing those up underneath. But as far as, something maybe a little bit cooler. And also so I can ditch that shirt. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I like the shirt and everything. It's just, yeah, I'm wearing the same shirt over and over and over again. It's like, oh, okay. Even though I'm wearing a t-shirt, another t-shirt up underneath it. So, still, yeah. And I do wash quite frequently, and that's another reason. So I'm not having to wash quite frequently. Right. I know. But it is what it is. Let's face it, I've been broke. But you know what? I'm getting there. This is only my third paycheck. Yeah, this is only my third paycheck, and I've only been there for 30 years. I did go up and check my, I don't know, just there towards the end, I got that little inkling to go up and see if I have any other learning maybe that I missed that might be coming up due or whatever. And yeah, there was one assigned to me that's basically the 30-day assessment. So that's due on the 19th of next month. So I'll take care of that. Give myself a little extra time or whatever to take care of that. So, but anywho, getting there. I know, I am getting there with everything. It's like, all right. So, yeah. I know. Things are moving forward. And, oh, that was what else I was going to mention, too. They still had the jasmine there. Oh, they're so beautiful. There's that one. It's still there. But $30. Yeah, I just not entirely too sure about that, But I would love to have it. Yeah, we'll see. See where I'm at, if I'm going to treat myself or not. Yeah, and I need to get her food tomorrow. Another reason why I wanted to go over to that particular area, because there's also a PetSmart over there, as I'm going to need to get her some food to last for the next couple of weeks until I get paid again. And so I'm going to need to be able to get that. I mean, I've still got cans of food, and of course I got her dry food, but also her Frisky treats. She's going to be getting all of her Frisky treats tomorrow. Huh? Frisky treats? Huh? She's right here next to me, looking out the window. Frisky treats. Friskies. Where? You got Friskies for me, Mom? She's so darn cute. But you all know that. I know that's the reason why y'all come. Y'all don't come here to listen to me chit-chat. Y'all come to take it so you could see her. I know that. Here. Mom. Yeah. You want to say hi? Hi. Yeah. You got Friskies for me, Mom? Not yet. Well, I do have some Friskies for you. Yeah. She likes these ones in particular. Yeah. I usually get her these three packages. The California Crunch, the beach, what is it? Ocean something or another. I know it's a dark blue bag, and then there's the light blue bag that's something to do with beachside or something. I don't know. It's something to do with seafood also. Those are her three favorites. But since how she hadn't had the California Crunch in a while, and they had it at PetSmart, I went ahead and got it. And when we first got here, unfortunately, the Walmart here, they spent several weeks without it. And we were in whatchamacallit, when we were down there the other day, I looked to see if they got it in, and yeah, they got it. And I'd much rather get it at Walmart than because it's $1 more over at PetSmart. So that's something else that I want to get her as well at PetSmart is a larger litter pan, because this one is still kind of on the small side and she keeps missing it when she's doing the dirty. Not the liquid, but the other. Yeah. So I'm having to be, she's used to a bigger pan. So, because she's such a diva that she doesn't like getting herself dirty. On the one hand, she doesn't mind getting dirty when she's going out chasing birdies, or playing with birdies, or rolling around on the concrete. But she does have problems with going outside and getting dirty other ways. Or she doesn't like getting dirty in her pan. Whatever. I know. She's cleaning her foot. So, but anywho, she's good. I have quite a few expenses. I know. And I do know how much my pay is going to be. I've already gotten the pay slip, so I do have to be careful because I still have to pay for Ubers and also food. Yeah. Clothes might have to wait because I do have some other things that are a little bit more important. But most importantly, shoes. Definitely, shoes are the most important. If nothing else. So, got the list going. So, what I feel I can't handle this time, I'll make sure I handle the next time. I like to figure probably a couple $100 for food, and then say $50 for Uber. So leave out $250, and then the rest is what I have available. Yeah, right. And we'll go from there. There you go. All right. I'm at least going to try and do some yoga stretches, some sort of stretches, get everything worked out with my legs. I know my legs have been taking a huge beating with everything going on with my back and neck. Oh, that's what else I was going to mention. Hi. You want to say hi? Yeah. Oh, okay. Right on the bladder. That's like, thank you. Oh. It's like, how would you like it if I walked all over your bladder all the time? That and your breasts. Oh, brother. But anyway, that's what else I was going to mention. Then catching up on my Matlock. Not the old TV show, but the new one. If you haven't seen it, love it. I absolutely love it. Kathy Bates is phenomenal. Sky Marshall. I know her first name is Sky, but I think her last name is Marshall. Phenomenal actress. They're all great. I love them all. Sarah, the girl who plays Sarah, and then her cohort office husband, basically. It's such a great show. Everybody is doing a fantastic job, really. I think they've done a really good job at, I don't want to say rehashing, but reimagining, okay? Paying homage to Andy Griffith and the show and everything, while at the same time, I can't even say putting their own spin on it. It's because it's something completely different than, it isn't a remake at all whatsoever. It's basically, if you don't know what the premise is, Kathy Bates plays a retired attorney who goes back into practice, so to speak. But her and her husband lost their daughter to an opioid addiction, and she found out that the attorney's firm, or an attorney's firm, hid documentation that could have helped prevent not only her daughter's death, but also the deaths of many, many other people. So she decides to take it upon herself to go undercover. And how she found out about it was a Reddit post that her grandson, who she has sole custody, or has primary custody of, her and her husband, they have custody of him. But anyway, it was him who had found a Reddit post where somebody posted about this and everything. So she decides, they come up with this plan to go undercover, for her to go undercover anyway, to infiltrate the firm, to investigate, basically. And it's been a really fantastic show. And anyway, how the Matlock thing comes in is they chose the name Matlock. Her name is Maddie, Madeline Matlock, okay? But, and how they pay homage all the time. Yeah, they play the music every once in a while. But how she usually introduces herself is as Madeline Matlock, like Matlock, like the TV show. So, but yeah, it's really, I love it. I really wasn't too sure because I thought it was probably like a lot of other people that it was going to be a rehash or something, but it's not. It's been a phenomenal show, and I got to tell you, kudos. So, but yeah, it's been really, really great. They've done a really, really good job, and we're coming up to the season finales and everything, and it's like, whoa, things are really starting to get intense. So it's like, okay, yeah, we're going to be left with a cliffhanger. I already know that, but that's okay. I'm coming up on episodes 17 and 18 right now. They're two-parters. So, yeah. But, that was the other thing I was going to mention is, yes, I saw the score last night for the game with the playoffs. I don't know, I just kept getting this feeling that that we were going to have 5 games. Yeah, I believe I even mentioned it, that unless we go into 5 games, the last 2 would be played here. I don't know, I just was getting that inkling. I'm like, we're going to have 5 games. So they're going to win at least 1. So it's like, all right, they'll get themselves back up. I know my boys. They're not going to let themselves be defeated by the Wild. We'll see. We'll see. It could be my own ego talking. So, you know how the ego can get in the way of intuition. So, and that's why, one of the reasons why I never place any bets do any sports bets or anything, because the minute I do, that's when things go south. So, like, all right. But, anywho, that's pretty much everything I got for you. No word yet as far as Rick with his surgery. They should be back by around noon, something like that. It's only about 10:30 here right now. And please, of course, send some positive energy his way. It was really just a know-nothing sort of thing or whatever. But then again, things happen when you go under anesthesia. Anything can happen. The only other thing, please send some positive energy my way that I start my fucking period. Gosh, the cramps have been excruciating. It could be worse. That's the way I look at it. So, in the meantime, oh yeah, I might do some more sewing today. I've been working on my dresser scarf, making progress. Been taking it with me to work. It's been nice. I've been loving it. It's been really, really nice. So, getting there. But anywho, another reason why I much rather power read the book. I much rather keep taking my sewing with me to work, and I'm a bit of a private person in those respects. So I don't want that. I don't know. I just don't want people seeing or whatever what I'm reading, and also once I start reading something, especially something I'm interested in, I'd hate putting it down. So I'd much rather power read. So anyway, all right, better go. I'm also getting hungry. Love you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Love you.